everyone. It's Hobby Phone with a Slingshot. Today is April 15th, 2021, and today we're going to focus on the next coastal low that's expected to impact the Northeast later this week and later today and into tomorrow. And we'll also talk about the next major Arctic blast that will move through the United States and bring below average temperatures throughout the Midwest, as well as potentially the Northeast. But before I begin, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more weather content. So make sure to like if you like this video, and make sure to turn on post notifications if you want to see even more weather content. So let's begin by taking a look at the GFS model right now, and you see that we do have a low pressure system located just off the coast of North Carolina and Virginia, and this is expected to strengthen as a result of this dip in the jet stream, which is causing an area of unstable air right around the Northeast, where just enough lift in that there will be just enough lift in the atmosphere to make this low pressure system strengthen, and as a result we're going to see heavier precipitation amounts. We're going to see potentially heavier snow amounts, rain amounts, and also potential of stronger wind. So even though we're entering mid to late April at this point, there's still you can't completely rule out the possibilities of snowstorms in the Northeast just yet, because we certainly have seen snowstorms too often in the month of April to completely disregard it in the Northeast, especially if you're in the interior portions, as this low pressure system is certainly showing why, as there's expected to be quite a bit of snow in the higher elevations of the Northeast. If we move forward, you see that jet stream dip moves closer and closer to the low pressure system, and as you can see, the low pressure system does strengthen along with the jet stream dip, showing that there is an area of unstable air, and we do see that there's going to be just enough of a dip in the jet stream to induce some snow. There's going to be cold enough air for that, and this storm is going to be quite strong enough to create potentially strong winds along the coast. As you see, the storm strengthens, it kind of spirals around the East Coast, and that's another concern, is that that this could maybe be a long duration event because of the position of the jet stream, where there's going to be sort of a blocking area towards the east of the storm that will slow down the low pressure system from completely moving out to sea. So as a result, this could be a long duration event, which is certainly unfortunate, especially for those who live along the coast and are very vulnerable to coastal flooding or beach erosion. So as a result, this is going to be a primarily big event that's going to bring wind, heavy snow, and heavy rain throughout the Northeast. And just be aware that throughout the Northeast, even if you won't experience snow, heavy rain could certainly be the issue, as well as the potential of flash flooding. I wouldn't rule that out either, but the chances are slim. But still, this is definitely at least something to keep in mind throughout the Northeast, this nor'easter that's going to move through. And at this point, we're only around 30 hours before the actual event actually occurs, probably a little less than that. So at this point, there won't be any sort of major changes with the trajectory of the low pressure system. So if you're worried that the low pressure system could move further closer to the East Coast and bring more snow, or if it moves out to sea, the chances is that we're not going to see much drastic changes either way. So we're mainly going to see the low pressure move right around at least the ballpark, and in the Northeast you should at least expect a lot of snow and heavy rain from this low pressure system, as any drastic changes are very slim at this point. And just keep that in mind all throughout the Northeast. But another storm system we also have to keep in mind of is this snow towards the Midwest, where it's bringing a decent amount of snow throughout the Midwest, and this could dump a good amount. Let's take a look at the total snowfall accumulation forecast for both of these troughs moving through the United States. If we take a look at that, you do see that in some areas in Vermont and New Hampshire, they're getting well over a foot of snow, and a large area of 1 to 3 to 6 inches of snow. So this is quite a bit of snow, and this extends to the Midwest where Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, and Wyoming all are involved in the snowfall and heavy snowfall at that, as it's going to be widespread. It's going to impact Denver as well. So this is certainly something to keep a close eye on. And the European model also agrees with this forecast. If we move to the forecast, right around 5 days from now, you see that there's heavy snow throughout the Northeast, just like in nearly the exact same location as the GFS. So as a result, we won't see any drastic changes since there's just a lot of confidence between both of the two main computer models. And looking at the Midwest, we do see a large area of snow. There's certainly a lot of uncertainty regarding this next storm system because obviously we're around 3 to 5 days out from predicting this thing, but there's still that's at least something to at least be aware of, that there could be a snowstorm in the Midwest. And what would determine if there will be a snowstorm or not is how much cold air will be within the low pressure system on the backside to induce some snowfall. Because if there's just enough cold air, if the winds are coming from the northwest just fast enough, there certainly is that possibility we will see a lot of cold air throughout the Midwest, enough for snow to impact a lot of people. However, if there isn't really much cold air or the storm doesn't end up being as powerful as a result of the lack of cold air inducing instability, then this shouldn't be a major snowstorm at all. But we just have to wait and see what happens over the next several days because this snowstorm could be major for a lot of people and just impact a lot of people. In terms of the timing of this, we do see some severe weather further southward. However, for the most part, it will be minor, minimal to moderate severe weather. So the good news is that it won't be anywhere near the severe weather outbreaks we've been seeing in the southeast, as this should mainly be relatively light compared to the previous tornado or severe weather outbreaks we've been seeing in the southeast, which is definitely good news, something we want to hear. But if we continue to move forward, moving to right around Friday, you do see that the low pressure system eventually forms off the New England coast, brings some snow in the higher elevations, and it pretty much just roams around for a while, and you see this next trough come in. And another thing to point out too is that behind this second trough, there's going to be another big dip in the jet stream that's going to bring much cooler than average temperatures throughout the United States. And while they're still like 5 days out, it's still both the European and the GFS model are forecasting at least some sort of jet stream dip. So I would at least suspect that we will see some sort of jet stream dip come right around next week, early next week. So taking a look at the temperature anomaly, you're going to see that a lot of places in the north in the United States, as a result of this jet stream dip, will be well below average, where we do see some areas that are going to be around 16 to 20 degrees below average. So we certainly will see the next Arctic blast. So that might be unfortunate for those who like spring, but we're gonna see another one most likely by next week. There's still uncertainty of how strong it'll be and how much snow it will really packing right around the Midwest, but but as of right now, it seems likely we're going to see at least some sort of jet stream dip in the United States. And in terms of my forecast snowfall map, there's in the darker purple, you should expect right around 12 to 24 inches throughout, and also in right around New England, just outside of that, you should expect right around 6 to 12 inches in New Hampshire, and 3 to 6 just outside of that. And then heavy rain and strong winds should be expected, even if you don't get impacted by snow. And you see behind it, we're going to see well below average temperatures as a result of this next big low pressure system that's going to move through the United States and bring the next major cool down for the United States. So we need to keep a close eye on that. It really all depends on how much northwesterly winds there will be to bring that cold air further south from Canada. We just have to wait and see, but certainly at least something to watch all throughout the United States, that we could see the next Arctic blast, that a lot of Northeast will get impacted by heavy rain, snow, and wind. And also, we could see a decent snowstorm through the Midwest, so a lot to keep track of. But I'll make sure to continue updating you guys as the forecast continues to change over the next several days. And in terms of severe weather, like I said, it's going to be fairly weak. There's only going to be a slight chance of severe weather through Texas, and only a marginal chance through a lot of the southeast and the Gulf Coast states. So that's definitely good news. It's been hopefully it stays that way for the rest of spring, as it doesn't seem like it's going to be anywhere near the severe weather outbreaks we've experienced in the past. So that's certainly good news, and something we definitely want to see and hear for the southeast. And what also exemplifies the point that there is going to be lack of severe weather is taking a look at the convective available potential energy, because it gives a good idea of how much energy there is to induce severe weather. So taking a look at that, we're going to see that there isn't going to be much convective available potential energy throughout the United States for most for most of this week. So as a result, we're going to see a limited severe weather threat. There isn't going to be enough lift or instability in the atmosphere to induce severe weather. So as a result, this should mainly be a light severe weather threat. But yeah, guys, I guess that's it for this video. I thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more weather content. Make sure to like if you like this video. Make sure to turn on post notifications if you want to see even more weather content. And I hope you guys have a good day.